Hour. Lary Sorensen, who pitched for 7 major league teams, is on the other end of our line. He's living in Grand Rapids now and was an all-star pitcher in his day and a broadcaster, too. And he was probably watching yesterday that Yankee game. There was a little bit of brushback chicanery going on in that loss to the Yankees yesterday, wasn't there?
Got exciting, didn't it, there for a while?
Yeah, what's the deal here now? The Tigers lost to the Yankees 9-5. Miguel Cabrera hit 2 home runs. But in the bottom of the first, Bonderman hit the Yankees' leadoff batter, Brett Gardner, in the leg, and that is 2 nights after he slid hard into second base and injured Carlos Guillen, who's now been placed on the 15-day disabled list with a deep bruise in his left knee. So is it fair to assume then that Bonderman was given a little payback by hitting the batter? Does that happen?
I don't think that there's any doubt that that's exactly what he was doing. And when the play initially happened, most of the Tiger people thought that it was a clean slide. But then when they saw the replay, they realized that Gardner really went to the other side of the base to make the contact. And that's kind of an unwritten rule. You know, you get to the base, you don't go to the other side. The rule says you have to be within an arm's length on either side to get to it, and he slid very, very late, and the Tigers were upset about it. So Bonderman did what a starting pitcher is supposed to do. He let the Yankees know that the Tigers were aware of it, and they weren't very happy about it.
So then comes the 8th inning, and this is after the home plate umpire warned both teams.
That makes it 1-for-1. In the Tigers' mind, that makes it 1-for-1, done.
Fair enough,
the umpire let things get away a little bit by coming out to warn both teams immediately after he got hit.
Mm-hmm. So here comes the 8th inning, and now Chad Godden hits Cabrera in the 8th. He was not thrown out. So here comes Leland out of the dugout to have a big conversation about this. It's just part of baseball, isn't it? This brush bat. I mean, it can't be easy for a pitcher, and maybe you've done it and maybe you haven't, to throw a ball at a person.
It's not. That's a great point, Michael. It's like an intentional walk. It's not that easy giving an intentional walk or throwing a pitch out because you get so locked into the area that you want the ball to go in, down at the knees, inside, outside corner. So all of a sudden to try to go upstairs and hit, as their pitcher did, right in the middle of the back, so there's no doubt that that was blatant and deliberate. And I can't believe that he didn't get kicked out. Now all of a sudden the Tigers feel like it's 2-1 favor the Yankees, and that's unacceptable.
I know that it's that you guys are competitive, obviously, but isn't it also just as a person a little bit counterintuitive to throw that rock at a human being?
It's a part of the game, and you learn how to deal with it. And yes, I have been in that situation, and yes, I have hit people intentionally before.
Yeah.
We got into a fight with the Cleveland Indians when I was with Oakland over an incident that had happened 2 years earlier in spring training.
Wow.
And Rick Sutcliffe remembered the incident. It involved Mike Heath, who played for the Tigers, and he blocked home plate against the Indians. And Sutcliffe remembered it, and 2 years later tried to hit Heath. And unfortunately, he went upstairs. You know, the rule is you stay below the waist. If you're doing it on purpose, you stay below the waist. You don't go head hunting. You don't try to hit somebody in the helmet.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I thought Sutcliffe went upstairs, went around the head. So when Julio Franco came up the next inning, the umpire came out and warned me, and he said, if I think you're throwing at somebody, I've got to kick you out. And I said, well, you won't think. You'll know. And the first pitch hit him right in the middle of the number.
Oh. And do you have
from an incident 2 years earlier in spring training.
Do you have to stop from grinning, when that happens? I mean, so that they don't think you did it on purpose?
Well, everybody knew that it was coming. Everybody knew what was going to happen. The funny part of the story was Julio took 2 steps towards the mound like he was going to charge me. And then he turned and he punched our catcher, Jim Essien, and Essien still had his mask on.
Did you get thrown out? Did he throw you out? Did he throw you out?
Oh, yeah, and I got fined $500.
Oh, back when $500 used to be something?
It meant a little bit at that time. And I'm sure that they've still got some time to play each other. I'm sure that there's more coming in this.
Oh,
the Tigers tried to retaliate, and their pitcher missed, as a matter of fact. Gonzalez missed with the pitch that he threw to Derek Jeter. And, again, we're talking about you go to the best player, and Cabrera got hit, so we're going to hit your best player.
Well, hey, listen, nobody loves the Yankees, and it's a good rivalry anytime we can play the dreaded Yankees, and this just adds more intrigue to it. Sorry they got the best of us last night. And that was Caroline Kennedy sitting behind home plate there, wasn't it? I think just off to the side. I mean, so the celebrities turn up there at Yankee Stadium. Can you imagine how much those seats cost? To sit right behind?
Always. I saw that Todd Jones, the former Tiger reliever, was there. He took his son the other day, and his son was bat boy for the game. And Todd said, I paid $300 for a seat, and that wasn't even the most expensive ticket.
Yeah, no, I think that those are over $1,000 probably the really good ones, and I think they charge you even to walk by the new Yankee Stadium now. So be careful where you go.
Okay, Michael.
Larry Sorensen, living in Grand Rapids, pitching for he pitched for 7 major league teams and pitched in the All-Star game too, and was the voice of ESPN and the Tigers on radio, and he's very active in the community. His son, in fact, plays minor league baseball, working his way toward the bigs and the Tigers.